All right, it's your boy Ten Mutinira, man. I'm back, and let's talk some business. All right, let's talk some business. I think in the most recent episodes on this show, vlog, podcast, there's been quite a bunch of football focused episodes, and I think that was great. We're coming off the Super Bowl. Great thing, right? Great thing. um, but now the Super Bowl is firmly behind us. It's history. History was made. Eagles, Super Bowl, great times. But let's talk some business. So, what I want to talk about today is a topic that's on the top of my mind, and I'm talking with realtors every day, and I'm hearing all kinds of things. And there's different perspectives on the market. I think this is a lesson that's more broad in any market. There's gonna be a lot of worry about what's going on in the market, but there's also gonna be opportunities, right? It doesn't matter whether it's right now, whether it's 20 years from now, whether it's 2008, or whether it's the dot-com crash or any other time. You're always gonna have these shifts and turns in the market. Now you do need to get straight on the fundamentals. So what I want to talk about in this video, in this episode, is give you guys a plan, give you guys a map for how any realtor can get to 10 listings per month. Now, this is really gonna be split into, I'm gonna give you two versions. And the first version, I think, will apply to more realtors than the second version. The first version is, what do you do if you're just starting out as a realtor, or you feel that your business really doesn't have a lot of money to spend on marketing? Maybe your marketing budget is just $1,000 a month. Maybe your marketing budget is just $3,000 a month. Or maybe your marketing budget is $0 a month, right? Because that's really the realtor that I want to talk about in this first part. Is the realtor that feels that their business is too broke right now to really be able to use money to make money. And then in part two, we're gonna look at, what do you do if you're, you know, on your way to the big leagues. You just want to get to 10 listings a month a whole lot faster. But that's fewer. That's a fewer bunch of realtors than the guys that I want to talk about in the first part. So the first part is, you're completely broke. You feel like, hey man, I just started 2 months ago. I've been knocking on doors. What do? I want to get to 10 listings a month. That would be awesome, man. Wouldn't it be nice to make $1 million a year from those listings, and being able to get 10 listings a month and sell those homes? And so to this realtor, I would say, and I really hope this can make sense for you guys, because this applies to a lot of realtors. There's a lot of realtors that are in that position, or maybe you've been doing it for 5 years, but you've only been able to get a listing or two every month, and you feel like, what am I doing? How do I get up to, I don't want to spend money, but how do I get to 10 listings a month, to over 100 listings a year, over 100 property sales a year? So to this realtor, the realtor that either is broke, just starting out, or has some experience but isn't kind of seeing the kind of progress they would want, and doesn't have the resources to spend on fancy growth plans and fancy growth marketing, things like that. To that realtor, it's really gonna be two main things, all right? The first of these is, actually, before I get into that, what I would say is, there's the basic foundation of a realtor's business. You know what those are? Those are the kinds of things that they tell you about in realtor school. Those are the kinds of things that your broker might have been training you about when you're sitting on a class. There are gonna be things like door knocking, knocking on doors, neighborhoods, going, circle prospecting in the neighborhoods. You gotta be doing this kind of thing, guys. Doesn't cost you any money. And if I were in your shoes, I'd be out there knocking on doors. As well as cold calling, getting on the phone, hitting up the neighborhood. Ideally, neighborhoods where you've kind of walked around so you could actually door knock the place. And then the next week or whatever, or the next day, depends what you're doing each day. You might be doing door knocks for 1 week and then calling the place for the next week. That kind of thing. Handing out flyers. Typical strategy. You gotta be doing this kind of thing, and it doesn't really cost you. It doesn't cost you any money. You can do this kind of stuff pretty much for free. I mean, they're not gonna charge you money to distribute your flyers. You just gotta print them, and printing just pieces of paper barely takes a couple bucks. If you have a printer at home, you can do it literally free, right? Right? That costs you any money. So you gotta be doing this kind of thing. You gotta be networking, attending networking events, handing out your business card, and saying to the local businessman, "Hey, I'm a local realtor. Why don't we exchange contact information, and I'll stay in touch." And then you follow up with those people. You get in touch. You stay in touch over 6 months. You're gonna be closing deals because you're networking the right way. So you gotta be doing all these kinds of things, guys. For sale by owners, expired listings, all that kind of thing, calling all those leads up, calling all those people up. That doesn't cost you any money. You can do that completely for free. So if you put in a lot of energy into that stuff, that's the foundation for your business, and you're gonna get to a place where you're getting at least a listing or two every month consistently. And now you're in a place where now you should be approaching these strategies that are gonna help you go from that and go all the way to 10 listings a month. Because going to 10 listings a month, especially when you're starting out from a position where you're broke, not able to spend any money, it's gonna take you time. It's gonna take you potentially a lot of time. So here's what happens, guys, is the first strategy now that you're gonna use to now boost your business on the way to 10 listings a month, you want to start a YouTube channel. On my channel, I've been talking about the virtues or the advantages of starting a YouTube channel. It does some amazing things for you. One, it makes you get seen as an expert. It confers authority on you, and it's a way for you to get in touch with your target market without calling each of those people up on the phone. And additionally, it's a way to convert people that are on the fence about your listing services and convince them that you are the realtor that can get the job done. Because YouTube is now the second largest search engine after Google. So after people search you on Google, they're gonna go onto YouTube. They are searching for a local realtor to sell their home. Now they go on YouTube to see what people are saying about selling their home and what people are saying about the local real estate market, and it's gonna be a bunch of realtors. So if you appear on that list on YouTube, you will likely make it on the short list because this girl or guy is looking at the advice, and then from that they are making judgments about, hey, this guy seems like he knows what he's talking about, let me put him on my list. So if you just make it on Google, but then you are not there on YouTube, guess what? You're now at the bottom of the list. You didn't make the final cut. Now, when he's calling just the final 3 realtors, it's gonna be somebody that's looking good in Google that he searched, but is also looking good in YouTube because that's the second search engine. That's like, and YouTube is even more powerful because this is video content. They're seeing you on video. It's almost like they're talking to you live and you're giving them advice about listing their home. So a YouTube channel is a must-have for the agent that wants to go all the way to 10 listings a month. It's not a must if you're okay getting 1 listing a month, getting 2 listings a month, and you're okay keeping out there, then it's not a must. Like, it's just work at that point. It's just work. I wouldn't necessarily push it on you. It's great if you can do it, but I wouldn't necessarily force it on you if all you want is just, you know, stay where you are. 1-2 listings a month, you're okay with that. Okay, fine. Then maybe you don't need to do YouTube. You don't need all this fancy YouTube glitzy stuff. But if you want to be like the guys like Ryan Serhant, you know, the guys like Joshua Smith, GSD Mod, the guys like, you know, Tom Ferry, the really big guys. Look at all those guys. They're on YouTube. Why do you think that's the case? You know, and Ryan Serhant is on TV. Why is that the case? Because you gotta get visibility, guys. And YouTube is a way for you to do that for free as a small realtor. This is your TV. This is your version of getting on TV, being on TV. Now, it's gonna take time. That's why I said getting to 10 listings is a process. Especially if you're starting out from a broke position, you're not gonna do it in 3 months. You might not even get there in 6 months. It might take you 12 months or more. Now let's move to the second strategy. The second strategy is after you've done the organic YouTube and you're starting to get a following, you're getting followers, you're getting subscribers, you're releasing a video ideally every day. If you can do that, you're gonna see results a lot faster. If you can't, then do it every other day. You know, when you're coming back from a listing, or you know, you've just sold a property or whatever, you take some pictures, things like that, and then you film a video, you talk about what you did. Or you could release a video every day talking about the deals that are in your pipeline and showcasing the properties and talking about the properties. And you know, so your time that you're on YouTube is actually time that's also marketing the properties that you, so you're kind of multitasking that way. Either way, you just need to be consistent. Now, the second strategy, as I mentioned now, is going to be, now you want to run some retargeting ads, some YouTube retargeting ads. And what you're going to be doing is you want to be retargeting the people that have subscribed, the people that have viewed your videos, the people that are commenting on your videos, the people that are liking your videos, because these are people that are interested in the local real estate market, and they are particularly interested in you because they've been watching your videos. It might be a small amount of people. It might be 3,000, 5,000 people. But I'm telling you that if you were speaking with 3,000, 5,000 people that are interested in listing their property in the local area, and that's why they're watching a video about listing a property in wherever you are, Houston, Texas, or Dallas, or California, or you know, Massachusetts, or some other place. If you are talking with 3,000, 5,000 people like that, it's very, very likely you can get a listing somewhere in those conversations. Probably more than just one listing a month from those kinds of people being interested in your work. So you want to retarget them with advertising that now puts your listing services in front of them and says, hey, here's my quick guide on how to list your property the right way. And you know, that's what your ad is gonna be. And then they go to a landing page where now they give you their email, their phone number, and then they download a guide, or it might be even a video that you send them to a separate page where they can download the video, and it's gonna be a guide to how to list their property. Now you have their contact information, so now you also follow up with them. You give them a call the next day. You say, hey Jane, I saw that you downloaded my guide, and you also put in your contact details here. I just wanted to touch base and find out your plans about listing your property and what you're going through right now. And that's how you follow up with those leads. And then you take them through your listing presentation. And if they're ready to move forward, hey, you got yourself some new listings. So that's how retargeting ads work. The great thing about retargeting ads is that they're gonna be one of the lowest cost forms of paid advertising that you can do. especially on social media or anywhere else really. So it's a great way to be spending just 200, 300, 500 bucks a month and actually start seeing some results, actually start getting listings appointments, and actually start closing some listings. And then what you do over time is, as you are getting money from this ecosystem of your YouTube and your YouTube retargeting ads, now you just ramp up the spending on the retargeting ads so you get even more listings, and you also ramp up your activity on the YouTube organic. You put out more videos, you put out better videos, you put out even more attention grabbing videos. You film some amazing properties, these most amazing stuff you're working with. That way you get a lot more attention. And you give it enough time, 8 to 12 months, you can be at 10 listings a month. Now it might take you more time, especially if you are putting in fewer resources, or you're starting out from a really low level, like you're starting out basically from zero. Then it will take you more time. It might take you 24 months. But if it takes you 24 months to go from 0 to 10 listings a month, hey, you're gonna be smiling at the end of the day, right? You just gotta persevere, and this is the journey. So that's how you get there, guys, to 10 listings a month, starting out from complete zero, from being, in a broke position as an agent, where you're like, hey man, nothing I've been doing has been working that well. How do I do it? That's how you do it. Now let's address the second case, which I said would be fewer realtors, which is realtors that are already making, maybe they're already getting 4 or 5 listings a month. So they already have the resources to get to 10 listings a month, and they can get there even faster by investing some resources. So how you would do that, it's exactly the same strategy as I mentioned, except you can go ape, you can go maximum a little bit more on the retargeting ads a lot faster. So basically you're gonna go from starting your YouTube channel, putting out a video a day, but now you're not waiting a whole lot of time before you turn on those retargeting ads. You can go a lot faster since you already have that money to be able to spend on that. So maybe you start your YouTube channel today, you start putting out a video a day, and then within 2 weeks, once you've seen, you're gaining some subscribers, you're gaining some views, now you turn on the retargeting ads, and maybe you start out spending 500 bucks to 1,000 bucks a month, because you already have that cash available to be able to invest on this. In your second month, as you are seeing results, and if you are getting a good number of listings appointments, then you can up your budget to like 1,000 bucks a month to 2,000 bucks a month in retargeting ads. And then you can actually scale those ads to go to cold audiences as well, which is people that haven't actually seen any of your videos, but maybe they've been searching other real estate videos in your local area. So you could advertise to those cold audiences as well. And by targeting that broader market, you can actually scale a lot bigger. So you really could get to 10 listings a month from, say, 4 listings a month. You really could do that within just 90 days. Scale up from 4 listings a month to 10 listings a month. But again, you have to be a little bit more aggressive. But you have to be, if you are in that situation, if you are the agent in that situation, you have to be that aggressive anyway. Because here, if you don't take that aggressive approach, then it's gonna take you potentially 12 months to get there when you could have done it in just 4 months. Meaning, by saving that money, you're actually costing yourself time, and you're costing yourself more money, because if you'd gotten to 10 listings a month in just 4 months, all that extra money could have been money that now you have available, and you have available to either pay yourself a bigger salary, or pay your team a little bit better, or invest in even more marketing, even more growth, and build up your real estate empire. So I hope that helps you guys. Like I said, I wanted to address especially the agent that's starting from scratch. Maybe they're like, hey guy, I just started this thing literally a month ago. I just made it out of real estate school. I don't even know how I do this. Um, I'm completely broke right now. How do I do this for free? I wanted to address that guy because you know what? That's a lot of real estate agents. A lot of real estate agents are kind of beginning. They're just beginning their career. They haven't been doing this for 5, 10 years. They're really just starting. They don't have a lot of resources. They kind of want to do something, but they want to do something that works for them, that doesn't cost them money, that's free, something that they can get going and be able to build on their success. So there, guys, that's literally how you do it. Now, if you need some additional resources, check out some of my free resources. Links will be in the description.